See, we all know that the judge did not sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to death for a reason. But what you should ask yourself is, do they want Nnamdi Kanu to be alive? That's the first question, which the answer is no. Okay, now, something happened. Nnamdi Kanu was sent to Sokoto prison. Why? Let me tell you something. The prosecutors asked the judge to please grant that they will take Nnamdi Kanu to a place of their choice where they feel that the safety of Nnamdi Kanu will be guaranteed. That as it stands now, that Nnamdi Kanu has so many enemies. And he also has so many friends. That keeping Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison in Abuja will not be safe for Nnamdi Kanu. That they love Nnamdi Kanu so much. And they care about his safety. So the court should give them the permission through that judgment to be the one to decide where they will take Nnamdi Kanu to. Because Kuje prison have experienced a repeated attack where the jail was broken. So, and because of it, the judge granted their request and asked that they should take Nnamdi Kanu anywhere they feel that Nnamdi Kanu will be safe. The question you'll be asking yourself is, how come your enemies is now, so they've just developed love for you to care about your safety? And all the while you have been in the DSS, you are complaining that you are sick. They don't care how you go and take medication, how you get medical care. But they just, all of a sudden, they started loving you. That they are now concerned about your safety. That Kuje prison will not be safe for you. Kai! These people, they don't finish us with Igbo. These people don't rate us anything. They don't rate us for once. They don't rate us. They use all, they do whatever they want. These people, there's no kind of intimidation we've not gotten from this Nigeria. These people don't rate us. And true, if you look inside ourselves, we go see, we no get those agreba. Where people go use, they fear us. The people where we get, they are all rubbish people. They are only after their pockets. So, they now sent Nnamdi Kanu to to Sokoto prison. Sokoto, of all place, Fulani people, will be saying that then when Nnamdi Kanu carry for mass 247, they condemn everything they do people. So now, as they take Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto prison, what will happen? There is every chances that once these people have known that this is where Nnamdi Kanu is, they will plot on how to go and attack that place and possibly eliminate him. And what we'll be hearing is that that there was an attack in the correctional center there, and many people feared that we are sorry that Nnamdi Kanu did not make it. That kind of a thing. Tell me, how is Sokoto more safer than Abuja, the capital city? Because they just want to tell us that we didn't sentence him to death. But in the actual sense, do they plan him to be alive? These are the questions you need to ask. The judge asked Nnamdi Kanu that he can be able to appeal the judgment within 90 days. Then you still told them to carry Nnamdi Kanu to wherever that they want to take him to. That will be safer. Meaning that they still want to frustrate him, his ability to appeal that judgment. So that the lawyers will not have access to Nnamdi Kanu. Tell me, how can the lawyer who is representing Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja be able to fluctuate Sokoto to communicate with Nnamdi Kanu? That is frustration. But what can we do? We cannot do anything. We don't have people. We don't have people. We need to accept it. We need to accept it with our own heart that we are powerless. We don't have people. We have great people. We are known as great tribe. But that greatness is just an individual greatness, not something of leadership. You get? Igbo people are the only people who will be able to be successful if Nigeria breaks today. That's the only country that will come out from Nigeria that, like, the whole international community would like to invest in Igbo land, and they would like to have something to do with Igbo people. Because we are progressive. We have that mindset of progress. Northern Nigeria will be the worst country that will ever come out from Nigeria. And they will be the poorest, no matter the kind of natural, if you like, carry all the whole oil in Nigeria, push to the northern side of Nigeria, they will remain the poorest. Poorest mentally, poorest physically, poorest development-wise, and poorest academically. So, what's the fate of Nnamdi Kanu? Will Nnamdi Kanu be alive there for 2 months? They took him to the den of the lion. the people he's fighting. So that we will just wake up one day, we hear that it's unfortunate. There was an attack in the collection center. Some people did not make it. Even Nnamdi Kanu was one of those people who did not make it. That's the plan.
All right. I believe you all listened to the analysis of this gentleman regarding the kangaroo judgment of James Omotochu on the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Also, it's no longer in news that MNK have been taken to Sokoto prison. MNK have been taken to Sokoto prison. That is the Dane of that Fulani Caliphate. You all listen to the analysis of this gentleman. Can you imagine? They said for the safety of MNK, that is why even the prosecutor, with the whole judgment and how everything went, you will discover that the prosecutor and the judge, they are working hand in hand. You know, anyways, the whole world have seen Nigeria and what they are meant of. It's no longer in news. Every whole world have seen it. Except, as usual, some black African some Nigerians who don't have conscience. Except some Nigerians who don't have conscience. For the first time, the judge passed a verdict outside what have been argued in the courts. Outside what have been argued for years in the court. The whole things he read in the name of judgment is contradictory to the argument they've had before that judgment. Some people we are saying, like DOS and their followers, we know they are happy on the verdict because they will say, okay, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, gets freedom, he will come out and sack we the DOS. Instead of him to come out and sack us, they should sentence him to life imprisonment. So, in their heart of heart, they are happy for the judgment. We know. Also, some we are saying, why didn't he open a defense? Can you imagine? Some we are saying that the lawyers did not advise him. The lawyers did not advise him the legal implication. And I asked those people who we are saying this thing, are they more intelligent? Are they more informed? Are they more well-read than MNK? How can you open a defense when the court have not told you on the legal background in which they are going to try you? You want MNK to open defense when he has been asking them, which law are you going to try me? Because he have studied Nigerian constitution and have seen that on what he's been accused of, there is no, written law to back what they want to try him. Having seen all these things, you want him to open defense on what Nigerian constitution, 1999 constitution as amended, does not provide provision for his case to be tried. Even when Supreme Court have passed a verdict that before they can try him, they have to do what? Amend the constitution and amend the law. But they never did so. You expected him to open a defense in this kind of condition, in these circumstances. Now, some, like the wife of Mazen Nadekan, some are saying that MNK have long divorced him in his mind. We saw what he said about the lawyers, that they didn't inform him that MNK have been transferred or has been taken to Sokoto. Now the question is very simple. Ever since this your so-called husband have been going to court, being persecuted, not even trial, being persecuted in Nigerian courts, have you for one day go to Nigeria to observe the court proceeding? You've not for once. There was a time you traveled to Nigeria. It seems when you buried your mother, right? You were in Nigeria. Within that period, MNK went to court. You didn't go and witness how your so-called husband is being persecuted in the name of judgment. You've never for one day. Now the Ejiofor that you believe so much in, Aloy Ejimako and Co. Despite they are the lawyers, the legal team of MNK, when there was a call for protest for the persecution, all the lawyers, they went out in protest, of which we witnessed how Ejimako was tear gassed, sent to DSS, from there to Kuje prison, was taken to hospital. We witnessed it. Can you Ejiofor, whom you believe so much, sacrifice such for MNK? Can he do so? Can he do so? Let me not digress. Biafrans, we've seen that what they are doing is that whatever we feel we can do, let's do it. But in all these things, Biafrans, Nigeria is a sinking ship. They are sinking ship. You know, they are looking for who will sink with them. That's the honest truth. That is why they pass this kind of verdict. They want men on ground to react so that they will blow it out of proportion. Because now, the whole international community we've been calling on, they have focused on Nigeria. They have focused on Nigeria. Even on Friday, Trump had a meeting, security meeting in the Department of War on the issue of Nigeria. So all the whole attention is in Nigeria now. So why they pass this kind of verdict and decide to send MNK to Sokoto is for them to trigger us. But let's pipe low and be watching them. For now, since the attention of international community have been drawn on Nigeria, let's watch and see how things unfold before we know the next line of action. The other day, some communities in Sokoto were invaded by terrorists. They abducted some people. They were even demanding ransom, each 15 million each, from communities in Sokoto. That same Sokoto is where they sent MNK. They did so that it will be difficult for family and well-wishers to travel there to see him. That's why they did so. They tried him in Abuja, convicted him in Abuja, and there are correctional center in Abuja, but they choose to send him to Sokoto. In other words, Yoruba have succeeded in sending him life imprisonment. Now they handed MNK over to the Fulani. We have done our part. We have handed it over. We have handed MNK over to you people. Do with him whatever you guys wishes. We've played our own part. This is the typical interpretation of what they did, but we are watching. We are watching. We are watching. So, Biafrans, move they observe things first. You know? Move observe things first now. Move observe things as it unfolds. I greet you all. Peace and love.